Welcome back to another video. I'm Jamil. This is a boy named Jamil. Thank you all for being here. If you are digging what I do here and you would like to see more of it, think about subscribing. And if you want to help this video do well, think about giving it a thumbs up when it's finished if you feel like the information that I am giving here is helpful to you in any way. So anyway, this video is going to be a follow-up to two videos that I made previously because I had some questions on those videos, and so I want to answer those questions and then elaborate a little bit more on what we covered in those videos. So the first question that was asked in the video that I made about 3 accessories for the A7C, one of the accessories that I talked about was this little Bluetooth remote. And one of the questions that I got asked is if you need this Bluetooth remote to be able to use the clear image zoom capabilities on your A7C or any Sony full frame camera. And the answer to that question is no. In fact, in another video that I made titled turn any zoom lens into a full frame lens, turn any prime lens into a zoom lens, I gave some pretty clear instructions on how to set your camera up to be able to use clear image zoom and also to be able to use it in tandem with APS-C mode so that you can turn any of your prime lenses into zoom lenses. And so I will link that video somewhere up here or down in the comments. The second question that I got asked is if using the clear image zoom or using the APS-C mode would cause a fisheye effect and distort the face in any way. And so the answer to that question is also no. Remember, the fisheye effect is a result of optics, right? So typically what you would have is like a fisheye lens, something like a 10mm or something like that, which would give that effect optically. And so that's not what's happening. What's actually happening with the APS-C mode and the clear image zoom is that it's in the APS-C mode, you're actually cropping in on the sensor 1.5 times. And so and then the clear image zoom is just like a digital zoom on the sensor. I don't fully know how it works, but I know that it's not the result of anything optically happening. So it will not give you that fisheye effect. And then the last question that I want to answer and demonstrate here today is the question was if there is any loss in picture quality in video or in photos. So, editor Jamil here. I do want to come in and say that there is one downside to clear image zoom, and is that you can't use it while shooting in RAW as far as photos go. So you can't use clear image zoom while shooting RAW. They have to be JPEGs. So I just wanted to jump in and say that. Okay. When you use these two zooms, and so I want to say that there is very little to no loss in the quality of the video or the photos that you will get. And so what I want to demonstrate now is I am recording this video on a 35mm Sigma 1.2. And so I don't know what aperture I'm at right now. But what I do want to point out is I want to give you guys, obviously you've been looking at this video at 35mm for the duration of this video now. And so what I want to do is I am going to use the clear image zoom and then show you guys what the picture quality is there. And also another question that was answered that we're going to answer right now too is if there would be a change in the depth of field. So we are going to learn that together. So if you just look back here, A good example would be to focus on the flamingo here, the flamingo statue here in Chicago. That's what this is a picture is back here on the screen. So focus on the flamingo and check out the bokeh now. And so when I zoom in, right, here's the quality of the image, right? From what I can see, it doesn't look like there was any loss in quality. Obviously I zoomed in and we're losing my head a little bit, so I'm gonna lower myself down in the chair. So here is the video quality of the clear image zoomed in at 2 times, right? So we're still looking at the flamingo back here, and though there seems to be some change in the depth of field, the bokeh still looks pretty good. The quality of this video I don't think changed. And so I'll zoom out a little bit more, and here it is, video quality at 35 millimeters, and then 2 times zoom I guess would be 70. And so here it is. So that is the first demonstration that I want to be able to show. We'll go back to 35 millimeters. Okay, so the second part of this demonstration gets a little tough. I'll have to stop recording and then restart the recording, because you can't enter APS-C mode while you're recording. So if you want to, use the clear image zoom in tandem with the APS-C mode, you have to, stop recording, enter APS-C mode, and then, start recording again, and then be able to use the zoom. So I'm going to stop recording, and then when I return, with the magic of video, I'll be in APS-C mode. All right, so here we are in APS-C mode on the 35 millimeter, and I did the math. The crop in APS-C is 1.5. It's actually like 1.55, but just for, simplicity, we'll say that it's 1.5. So when you multiply 35 times 1.5, you get 52 millimeters. All right, so this is 52 millimeters. And then again, take a look at the flamingo back here. It looks like it's still pretty bokalicious, I'm not gonna say that it's the same as it was when we were back at 35 millimeters, but it doesn't look like there was any loss in bokaliciousness. And also the quality of the video still looks pretty great. I am recording this in 4K, and if you've been watching my videos, you guys know how I feel about 4K. But I did want to get recorded in 4K just to be able to give this example. And then now that I'm in APS-C mode, it's gonna get scary because we're gonna go in with that 2 times crop. And I want you guys to know that I'm not super comfortable with this, but I'm doing it for the video. So we're gonna zoom in now, and then once we zoom in there is the crop. And so here's the crop with the APS-C. Again, it's kind of hard to see the flamingo back there, but you guys can still see the separation from the background there. The video quality, I believe, didn't suffer at all. And so here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this, and then I'm gonna go back to 35 millimeters to close out the video. All right, so there you guys have it. Any Sony full frame camera, you can use APS-C mode in tandem with clear image zoom, and you can turn any prime lens that you have into a zoom lens. And so I think the most versatile lens in doing this is probably the 35, because you have a 35 millimeter, right? If you put it in APS-C mode, then you have essentially a 50 millimeter. And then if you use the digital zoom on that, I think you're somewhere around, I don't know, 85 to 100. I'm not math. Anyway, so you give yourself essentially a 35 to 100 or something like that, 35 to 90. And so, yeah, that is the video. I hope I answered all of the questions. And if I didn't, leave those questions down in the comments. I answer all of my questions on all of my videos. So that is going to be it. I am Jamil. This has been A Boy Named Jamil. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked this video, if you thought it was informational. Think about subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.